unbeatable. Couple minutes not a score. Every time they wanna clash, the winners kicking through the door. I am unbeatable. Chances running out of stock, and we're running out the clock. I fail once, never stop. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah.
It's Easter Sunday hoops, or should I say hops, on the British Basketball League YouTube channel as the Bristol Flyers arrive in Ellesmere Port to face top-of-the-table opposition, the Cheshire Phoenix. These two met last week and the Flyers were handed a 23-point thrashing at the hands of a rampant Phoenix roster and a Maceo Jack masterclass. Watching this one and sharing their chocolate Easter eggs, nicely, I hope, are Tahir Hajat and Azania Stewart.
Welcome, British Basketball League Championship action as the Cheshire Phoenix take on the Bristol Flyers at the Cheshire Oaks Arena. And I haven't shared any chocolate eggs with Azania. As you can tell, she doesn't look particularly happy with me at this moment in time. Will you forgive me?
If you buy me one, yeah, I will. No, but we've got an Easter treat game coming up for you.
We have indeed. Let's check a look at the starting fives. Check a look, take a look, same thing. Here we go. Starting five for the Cheshire Phoenix. Skylar White, Maceo Jack, LaQuincy Rideau, Ethan Chagua and Aaron Rye. No Cam Christon in the lineup today. For the Bristol Flyers, desperately looking to secure playoff qualification. This is how they line up. Levi Bradley, Tevin Ollison, Tajon Lucas, Keedy Johnson. And number 55, the double-double machine, Brad Green. Let's look at some superstars in their own right, starting with Maceo Jack. Azania.
Yeah, I picked his last game stats. Look at that. 28 points and 6 rebounds versus Plymouth. He was incredible. He went 6 for 10. And then the last time they played each other, Jack went for 27 points versus Bristol. Only the 23rd of March, so not that long ago.
Well, on their opposing team, a man looking to make stops on the defensive end, but he claims a lot of rebounds, the double-double machine, Brad Green.
Yeah, just Mr. Consistent, works hard, 13 points per game and 10 rebounds. Like you said, a double-double. He's going to have to be a big factor finishing and rebounding inside.
Well, this game is primed to be a spectacle. Andreas Kapoulas and Ben Thomas sharing some kind words with one another. As soon as that ball goes up, let me tell you, it's going to be a battle. Well, make sure you join us after the break for tip-off. Here we go. The Cheshire Phoenix taking on the Bristol Flyers. There are your officials: Ian McDonald, Chris Dodds and Steve Ferris. Game 2 of 2 here on this Easter Sunday as the Leicester Riders fell at home against the Newcastle Eagles earlier on. Spoiler alert, if you didn't know the result of that game, I do apologise. But here we go. Brad Green and Ethan Shagwar will line up at halfway. Myself, Ty Hadja, and Azania Stewart taking you through this one. And have the Cheshire Phoenix fans been too accustomed to winning because the stands aren't particularly full? And they may look at the standings and I think 8th place probably won't turn up.
Maybe they're on the Easter hunt.
Maybe Easter egg hunt. Green, Ethan Shagwar gets the game started only the way that Cheshire know how. They get up 31 3-point attempts per game. Here is Green handing it off now to Allison, flowed inside to Brad Green, tipped away. Cheshire Phoenix with the ball. Right. Coming off the screen from Skylar White. Spilling possession and out in transition. Lucas making sure the 2 points are secured.
Good job, Bristol. Making Phoenix choke up and give the ball up and get out in transition. That's where they are very successful this season.
Maceo Jack close that one up over for 2. No good. Two of the better rebounding teams in the league going head to head as Brad Green gets his first 2 points of the game.
Nice little floater down the middle. Easy money for Brad Green.
As Rideau has possession.
I voted for Rideau's outfit on his Instagram. He posted what is he going to wear for the game.
And what did he wear?
Yeah, then there he is scoring. It was his shoes option if he was going to wear 2 arm sleeves and a leg sleeve. So I voted.
Getting the fans involved. Well, no superstition on
Kinda
his
like
outfit.
that. No.
The engagement. I'd like to see that. And now back to basket. Brad Green handing it off and the jam.
Good job from Bristol. Phoenix playing a little 2-3 zone. Brought the double over and Brad's not afraid to give it up. An easy bucket for Allison.
Shagwar steps back out to the 3. Rideau. Bounce pass. Behind the back. Shagwar triple. No good. Foul is called. No basket foul called on the floor against Aaron Rye.
And that's where Aaron Rye just really has elevated his game, that he is able to get on the offensive boards. He's tall, he's strong, just out-rebounded. They're saying the foul's on the floor, so he won't get free throws, but good job by him. I've really enjoyed Aaron Rye this season, more than I thought.
I think everybody's enjoyed Aaron Rye's ability to perform after claiming the National League Division 1 MVP. He's proved that he can play the lofty heights of the British Basketball League and offensive rebound after offensive rebound.
Yeah,
And out of
Bristol
bounds
need to get
called.
that.
Yeah.
They're lucky, but 3 offensive rebounds, that's way too many. They've got to box out. They get away with one, and Cheshire turn it over, but it's not a good start on the boards.
7 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the first.
4 offensive rebounds. Thank you, Viola, on the stats.
Down low, Green to the right hook. Levi Bradley, left hand, finishes for 2.
I'm going to give a warning. Can't touch the ball after it's gone through the net.
It's the second one we've had today.
Yeah,
However,
basketball etiquette.
it is basketball. The teams have heeded their warning.
Yes.
No technical foul given out for that. Here is Maceo Jack. Well, Bristol have done a really good job of slowing down the Cheshire Phoenix and not allowing them to get off to the races early in this game like they do in others, as Bradley comes up with the steal and Bradley will come up with the finish.
Nice little Euro step, and Mr. Coach Ben Thomas has had enough and called a timeout. His team isn't focused, and sometimes this is the case. When you play a lower team or a team that you've beaten up multiple times, do you get up the same way if you're playing a London Lions or, you know, a rival? You've got to be prepared and come in and play the same way.
Well, from what I understand, it's already job done in securing that second place position for the Cheshire Phoenix. You're right. Does complacency come into this, or do you continue to
Dominate.
yeah, and keep your performances strong, just so you know you're ready for the playoffs? As Coach Ben Thomas draws something up, here's the Cheshire Phoenix. Last four results, WWWW. Cheshire Phoenix fans loving the letter W this season.
Absolutely. Dubs all round. Great job from them.
Let's see how Cheshire Phoenix react coming out of this timeout. They have got their shots up.
Well, yeah, sorry, just going to say, just about Ben and just talking about, oh, there's a little bunny. Do you have a chocolate egg for me? Because none of my friends have bought one. How adorable.
That is very cute.
So cute. Does that come in my size? Cute. Lovely. Good job, cameraman. Thank you for that. Little Easter bunny on a Sunday.
Put a smile on my face.
Yeah. Pulled the heartstrings, that's for sure.
Right, here is Aaron Wright. Wright trying to find room for a bucket here. The foul is called. 2 shots to come for him as he misses the layup. It's short on the right-hand side of the rim. And now he'll get to the line for 2. One-on-one with Bradley here. The crossover. Hard hesitation to the right foot reverse pivot. And he knocks down the first of 2.
Yeah, why I've enjoyed Aaron Wright is because I think it's how difficult he is to guard. I think he's given multiple teams really hard matchup. He can, you know, slow-mo, loves a Euro step, can shoot the 3 as the point guard, can post up. I think he's done a fantastic job this season.
One of the most versatile players in the league.
Yeah.
As Lucas fades away. Beautiful
shot.
bucket. Yeah, and I think Bristol, after that last loss against the Plymouth City Patriots yesterday and a long journey up north, need to right some wrongs.
Yeah, and good energy from them. Like you said, they played yesterday, lost 83 to 89. Good job, Rideau, flying in there. Yeah, playing a back-to-back, that's difficult with the travel, minutes in the legs. It's so important that you recover, get good rest. And it takes me, you know, a long time to wind down, even from commentating, but for games, it would take me a really long time.
Levi Bradley.
He's having a good start, isn't he?
And there has been performing well for the Bristol Flyers in that 4 role. Shagwar for 3. Back of the iron.
Nobody crashing the glass that time.
Bradley lining up a triple now. And it's an end-line possession for the Flyers.
Six points, 3 rebounds. First 5 minutes for Bradley. Great stats.
Former Cheshire Phoenix player, Levi Bradley.
It's always nice to play well against your old team, isn't it?
Skylar White knocks down a triple. You see, you can never get comfortable playing against the Cheshire Phoenix because they can light it up at any moment. 4 minutes and 51 remaining in the first. It's time for a break. Make sure you join us after this. Skylar White showing what the Cheshire Phoenix are capable of as they trail here 14-9.
Especially Skylar White loves the three-point line. Has been shooting a great clip last game. He was 2 from 10. But you know he's gonna let them up in what's the word?
In abundance.
In abundance, thank you. I was gonna say plethora.
Green to the left-handed hook.
Abundance, he's not afraid to shoot. But shooters shoot. If I'm on his team, I would want him to shoot the right shots, in rhythm, in offense. And that first shot from him was definitely it. And here's the second one.
No good this time for Skylar White. Bradley pulls that one down. 4th rebound of the game for Bradley and 6th point of the game for Brad Green. Stevens slipping into the role that Cam Christen usually facilitates. Skylar White driving to the bucket. Almost unheard of. Foul is called. 2 shots to come.
Well, that's what makes him such a matchup. Difficult nightmare. Because you run him off the 3, you know, and then he puts the ball. He's able to put the ball on the floor. When he's, you know, if he has a shorter guard or somebody smaller on him, he's dragging them out of the paint, can shoot the 3, loves the pick and pop. And then you've got a Brad Green on him, which may be a little bit of a slower defender in moving his feet. Then he puts the ball on the floor, so.
There's Coach Ben Thomas.
Deep thought.
Yeah, relatively calm though on the sideline. I'm sure he'll be up on his feet shortly. And Skylar White goes 2 for 2. 7-point game. Here's Lucas. Johnson. Smith. Jacob for 3.
Oh, that's good.
Testing the waters. Rye goes all the way, actually had room to score the ball under the bucket, didn't take the opportunity. Rideau, though, he's going to take the chance.
So good. You saw the mismatch with Leslie Smith, a little bit slower.
Foul called. That foul was called on number 52, Cam Holden.
Here it is, look, little hesitation. But I love it when he just drops the shoulder to just make that little bit of extra room to finish at the rim.
Lucas coming off the screen from Jacob. Second screen set by Smith, skipped across Ralph Thomas Edwards. The captain on hit the 3 this time. Rye. Spinning again to the right hand. He loves that spin move. We've seen it 3 times already in this game. And Cheshire Phoenix have closed the gap to 3 points.
Tough finish, huge finish. And that's what makes him so wonderful to watch, actually. Look, through the legs, kind of plays with the defense, the big screen from Skylar White. And then that extra step. Sensational. Honestly, could, I don't know, maybe MVP of the league? Is that
Aaron Wright. He's in the conversation. You can't deny that.
Is that wild for me to say no?
No, it's not wild at all. I mean, he's averaging 18 points per game, 7.5 rebounds.
You win the trophy.
Won the British Basketball League trophy.
Yep,
averaging
you're second in the league.
Averaging just under 60% from the field. And we can see Bristol Flyers' last 4 results. You know, it's not been great times for the Bristol Flyers recently.
Yeah.
And that qualification spot is just evading them game after the game. But this could be the opportunity now for them to take it and finally seal the deal. And tough task playing in Phoenix.
Very tough task, but if they can get the win, they actually bunny hop to 7th. from 8. So it is a real something to look, to go for and to play. But it's tough. This Cheshire Phoenix team have been a well-oiled machine. I feel like multiple players step up each game. They're having fun. They're well coached by Mr. Ben, and it's going to be a tough task. But they've started off very well.
And a foul is called here. And I believe that's called on Lucas. No, it's not called on Lucas. It'll be called against the Cheshire Phoenix.
Do.
Here is Lucas. Bradley. Screen comes from Smith. Apology, and it's Keedy Johnson that's actually in possession there.
That was a lovely stop on the dime, jump shot.
LaQuincy. Nice pass into Stevens, who was unaware of the help defense from Keedy Johnson. Ralph Thomas Edwards finding the next pass. The ball moves well for Bristol here. Jacob, big time triple for the Bristol Flyers. That's great ball movement.
Perfect, fantastic basketball. Goes inside, then swings round, but not good transition defense.
Cam Holden misses the 3. Rye, he'll step out and take a triple of his own. Rideau, offensive boards, misses it. And Flyers come up with it. Jacob on the baseline. Tight angle. No good. Rye. Stevens for 3, and it's good.
Good answer. So everyone getting blocked by the rim, back to back. Rideau there on the other end.
Just over a minute to remain in this first quarter. Lucas. Smith will fire up a 3. Jacob will get the boards. Intercepted now by Stevens. Rideau put it on the burners. Smith does enough to crowd him, smothers him underneath the bucket. Lucas. Skipped across. Ralph Thomas Edwards. Keedy Johnson goes all the way. Foul is called.
Big drive and hit here. Let's have a look.
Oh, we talked about being smothered on the opposite side of the floor on his way to the bucket. 3 defenders all over him.
Also, Holden just got hit in the face, so we'll watch that. But I think he looks all right.
Keedy Johnson spent a good time out with injury this season in the Bristol Flyers. Man from Dallas, Texas.
Love Dallas.
Yeah, playing his first year as a professional player after attending West Virginia University, a powerhouse in college basketball.
Sure is. You ever been to Dallas, Texas?
I have never been to Dallas, Texas.
I go every year.
This is like a regular trip. It's like a
Yes.
pilgrimage.
Yeah, I go and see a friend out there. She lives there. And there's Texas barbecue. I don't really eat meat that much, but they're fantastic.
They've got the cooking down to a T,
they
right?
do.
Yeah. Maybe they cook up some lamb, some Easter special for you.
Good transition defense by the Phoenix to get back to stop that.
The clock is winding down here to beat the buzzer. No good. Well, the Bristol Flyers have the advantage in this one. 25-18 the score. Let's see how the second quarter unfolds right after this break. Coach Ben Thomas's Cheshire Phoenix have got work to do. Bristol Flyers 25-18. Coach Kapoulas will be happy with the way his team has started this game.
Yeah, I think that was a good first quarter for them, especially scoring 25 points.
Jacob, that's intercepted by Stevens.
Jacob, I would rather you put that ball on the rim than pass it backwards.
Jay Stevens now finding room and knocks it down. The turnaround fadeaway.
Lovely shot in the middle. Difficult.
Samuels controlling the floor for the Flyers. Jacob cuts inside the screen of Leslie Smith and fires up the triple. Corey Samuels almost tips that one in for two.
Yeah, it was flying in there. I'd like to see Jacob get to the rim.
Holden misses the three. Samuels. Smith. Ollison gets it down low to Smith. Up against David Ulf, and a foul is called. David Ulf putting his hand up straight away.
Good to see Smith back in for Bristol. Struggled with a couple of niggling injuries, but strong physical move. Only way off could stop him is fouling.
And the last game I watched him play, you know,
Who's Smith?
Smith,
Yeah.
you know, Bristol were really struggling, and he came off the bench and led the way. They still lost that game, but it's nice to know that they can use his veteran knowledge, and sometimes he can just turn it on to try and show his teammates, this is the way we need to be playing, this is the energy that we need.
Yeah, it's true. Leads by example from the British Virgin Islands. I've also, he's a chef too. He'd be chefing it up. See it on his stories as well. It's nice that a man that can cook. Can you cook?
I am a top-tier chef also.
I've actually seen you on your stories too.
Maybe me and Leslie Smith can have a cook-off.
Yeah.
As Holden finishes off the rim for two. A
Yes.
cook-off off the court. On the court, I think there's a bit of a mismatch. Ollison. Samuels. Trying to clear out here, and Samuels gets to his left hand.
Lovely long lean steps. Good bucket from Samuels. Important bucket, in fact, just keeping the lead alive.
Right, with the Euro step out to Maceo. Jack didn't quite have enough room to get his triple off. He was eager to try. And now they feed the ball inside to David Ulf. Rye, a fade away for Rye, and gets the friendly roll on the home rims.
You're right about that spin move, and he loves to come back on, off and shoot that fade away. It's so difficult to guard, kind of like Dirk Nowitzki is too, you create that space, can't block it.
Well, he's up in Raf Thomas Edwards' face here, and he gets the block and the ball under pressure. Foul is called.
Doing it all on the offensive end, showing what he's got, and then locking up the captain on the defensive end. Here he is, moving his feet, getting his body involved, blocking the shot and the rebound. Great couple of possessions for Mr. Rye. Look at that. Soft bounce.
Top tier footwork.
Absolutely.
Stevens gets into the hands of Jack. Maceo Jack now finds Shagwa. Hesitates, but finally gets the three off, rolls off the rim.
He's got to shoot the first one in rhythm. When you think about it too much, you never really make it.
Yeah, I'm sure his coach ain't gonna bench him for it either. Big welcome to us if you're watching live on the TikTok and on the Twitch. Let us know your thoughts throughout the game. Send all those gifts as well. Thomas Edwards, side of the iron. Holden out to Stevens, up top now with Rye. Trying Gonna find a way. Aaron Rye using his brute strength. Maceo Jack boards and foul. 2 shots to come for Maceo Jack. Foul was called on his head on number 21, Leslie Smith.
That's such a shame because they played such good defense. Here it is. Keely Johnson doing a wonderful job defending him, but then you've got to get the rebound. You force Cheshire Phoenix into one tough shot. You can't afford for them to get a second look at the rim, and now they're going to the line for 2.
When I mentioned that game about Leslie Smith,
yes,
it was actually when they last played the Cheshire Phoenix on the 23rd of March. It wasn't that long ago. We've done so many games this season, it all becomes a little bit of a blur at times, Azania.
You're right. There's Mr. Smith. So he'll gets a well-earned break and heads to the bench.
Maceo Jack. Where can it count? Green. Johnson. Slips away now. Brad Green, long 2. Off the backboard and in. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Well, bank's not open on a Sunday, but we'll take it. Mr. Green, he can shoot a little 15-footer. And here it is. Here's the slip, but then he's wide open. It's the right decision. He's wide open. 8 points for Brad Green with the E.
Here is Rye. Jack, this zone for the Flyers, inviting Cheshire to shoot 3s, and because they're not hot right now, it seems to be working in their favor. Green, nice pass inside. Green held the ball high.
Oh, great posting up from Green. He worked his defender up early, but it is about the pass as well. You need to give it right on time.
Well, they've switched into a man-to-man now, Bristol.
So really changing it up, yeah.
Landolfi up on Maceo Jack. There is that matchup again. Jack, and that's an offensive foul. Really pushed Landolfi away, which is a testament to the energy he had on defense there. And we're going to take a break right now. 4:59 remaining. The Bristol Flyers in control. Brad Green, 10 points, personal, leading all scorers for the Bristol Flyers. He's 8 rebounds away from his usual double-double performance, but there's plenty of time left in this one. Johnson, fouled and one. Keedy Johnson talking it up to Skylar White.
Nice finish, really strong, floating in the air. Looked like he was flying. Look at this, crosses over through the legs. Good screen from Brad. And just that concentration and a little bit of talk at the end.
Just to let him know about
Yeah,
it, Xenia.
I like it.
That dog in him.
Yeah, I wasn't a trash talker myself.
You weren't?
No, I didn't like it. Wasn't for me. You could talk trash to me. I don't care. I'm going to give you these buckets, but I just didn't. I wasn't that type of girl.
Yeah, I hear you.
I could see you trash talking.
I am the
Yeah.
top tier trash talker,
Yes.
without a doubt. I'm fully into the idea that basketball is 90% mental, 10% physical. I'm winning the mental battle because physically, I'm not 21 anymore. But also, I just enjoy that side of things.
Do you?
In a friendly manner, not
Yeah,
like
not
once it
horrible,
starts to
but
get
just-
personal, then
It's too far.
yeah, I feel sad if I've offended someone.
Yeah, I just don't like it. It's not part of my game. I don't enjoy it.
But it's okay to talk about someone's mum now and again. Here we go, driving to the bucket. And does that count? It will count for the Bristol Flyers. Keedy Johnson again.
Make it a 9-0 run. Here it is. Nice little drive on White again. The concentration for him at the rim is exquisite.
Just no flow for the game for the Cheshire Phoenix right now.
No, you're right.
Rhythm is off. They are standing in the corner of the nightclub, dancing out of time. If you could name a British Basketball League player who's most likely to dance out of time, who would it be? You're not going to give me one. A foul is called here. 3 free throws to come for Ethan Shagwar.
Tell me again if
Who has the least rhythm in the British Basketball League?
I'm gonna go like a Josh Sharma.
Josh Sharma,
I
yeah.
feel like he's just two set real slow.
But out of time.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna sadly, and I love Josh Sharma.
I would hate to be around Josh Sharma when the song Jump Around comes on.
Yeah. Yeah, fair. I had a birthday party and some of the basketball players were there, and they actually all were doing well.
Yeah?
Doing a little shake. Very true. Better than my production team. They were disappointed. I'm gonna blast them.
You were disappointed with that?
No, actually, they were there early on time. They had a little shake.
Yeah. You mean, are you trying to say our production team aren't cool, Azania, because they arrived on time? Because you've got to be fashionably late for these kind
for
of
my
occasions.
own party.
Of course.
Come on, give me a break. It was a great time, but yeah, dancing. Hey.
Here is Bradley again fading away. Just that lean back to create separation.
Yeah, Bristol Flyers playing in a lovely rhythm. You can see how they're all on the same page, locked in on the defensive end as well.
Handoff there, Shagwar. No good again for the Cheshire Phoenix. Johnson. Back out, Landolfi for 3. High arcing shot, long rebound, pushing the ball forward here. EJ Stevens, what a wonderful pass from LaQuincy Rideau.
Right on the money. And just like that, quick, easy outlet pass. Got to get back in transition defense.
Bradley again, and Bristol Flyers are on fire in this game.
Yes, Bradley, with 10 points.
Offensive foul called by the officials on the Quincy Rideau. Flyers are going to get the ball back. Hard dribble to create separation. The dime from Rideau, Azania.
That was pretty. Just trying to see if that's another foul.
Well, before the game, the Cheshire Phoenix fans were showing an appreciation of 24 seconds applause for former Cheshire Phoenix chairman Andrew Donaldson, who was there from 2012 to 2016, saved the club as they were on the verge of extinction. Him, alongside his wife, Debbie, local businessman, has unfortunately passed away at age just 56. Our thoughts and condolences on behalf of the British Basketball League to Andrew Donaldson, the former Cheshire Phoenix chairman. Well, hopefully now the Cheshire Phoenix team can get themselves going and mount a comeback to take victory in his.
Yeah, so it's Rideau's second foul. Sorry, I thought it was going to potentially his third. So happy to see that, because he would have had to hit the bench. But he's able to stay in the game, so he's got to be careful. He cannot afford to pick up a third before halftime.
Here we go. 2 minutes and 40 seconds in the half. This is completely different game compared to when they last played. Cheshire won 96-73. Right here, the Cheshire Oaks Arena, Bristol Flyers looking like a completely different team and coming off a back-to-back as well, looking full of energy.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're getting a lot of in the paint shots. Really nice jump shots, good layups, and then playing tough defense, making it difficult for Cheshire.
Rideau, a little bump into the chest again. The play's kept alive, and Maceo Jack just had to evade landing on top of Lucas.
Rideau looking a little bit limping.
Walking gingerly.
Gingerly, so we'll just keep an eye on him. He's gonna have to walk that one off. Super strong legs. Doesn't miss leg day, does he?
He does not. And perspiration technicians just ensuring the floor is nice and safe. Here we go. Jack. Aaron Wright. Another missed layup.
It's Brad Green, isn't it? Just a brick wall, just deterring them around the rim.
Lucas. Gets that shot off whilst moving, and now they're trying to get out and running here. Bristol Flyers come up with possession. Cheshire recover defensively. Levi Bradley throws up a three. Rebound for Lucas. They reset the offense here.
That's a good job from Bristol, getting multiple possessions.
Johnson. Out of bounds called, and it is a Cheshire Phoenix ball. Landolfi wincing. He takes a little knock. Trajan Jacob checking back onto the floor. Landolfi heading to the bench. And here is Rye. Jack. Stevens. Chagua. Hesitant to shoot the three. The Quincy Rideau will fire it up though. And it'll rattle in for three.
Beautiful high arcing shot. It's nice to add to their score because they only had 10 points in this quarter, so make it 13.
Johnson. Stops on the dime, Keedy Johnson, another bucket.
That's tough. That's really difficult to do.
He's now in double digits, 11 points personal for him. Rideau trying to find that pass to Chagua. He doesn't hesitate this time to shoot the three. It's a little flat into the hands of Brad Green. 6 rebounds for Green. Trying
to find this little mismatch down low here.
Nice pump fake there. Trajan Jacob looks like he was about to take off, but the foul is called as he goes to shoot two. LaQuincy Rideau having a little moan to himself. Maceo Drac trying to calm him down to avoid a technical foul.
Let's have a look. Good skip pass. Moves the defense. Nice little fake. Jacob, here he comes. He has a point. I feel like he goes up and down. What would you say if you had a burgundy and a whistle t-shirt?
Well, I'd say he was at an angle, is what I would say. And whether he's square on, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's not an easy foul to call, that one. As Jacob misses the first of those two free throws.
Well, the thing is now that puts Rideau in 3 personal fouls, so it just changes his aggressiveness, maybe the flow of his second half.
Jacob makes that 0.9 seconds. Rideau launches it before the buzzer. Oh, that hits the back of the iron. That would have been sweet if that fell. Well, at half-time, the Bristol Flyers continue to dominate in this game against the Cheshire Phoenix. So we'll see how they react to that coming out of the half-time break. But for now, we'll take a break and analysis will be on the other side. Half-time in this British Basketball League Championship fixture as the Cheshire Phoenix are struggling to overcome the Bristol Flyers so far in this one, Azania.
Well, fantastic start from Bristol. I felt like they came in, executed, attacked the rim, put the pressure on Phoenix at their home court. I think maybe sleeping on a Sunday, Easter Sunday, so they've got to go into this halftime and regroup.
Well, let's take a look at the stats for you then in this one. One thing that stands out to me is the assist column there, Azania. It's been quite individual from the Cheshire Phoenix so far.
Yeah, okay, 11 to before, and the thing that jumps out at me is the 7 turnovers from Cheshire Phoenix, and they have 13 points off of those turnovers, Bristol Flyers do. So they've capitalized on that turnover points there and looked after the ball and only had 2. That's a fantastic stat from Bristol Flyers.
Also, the field goal percentage strong for the Bristol Flyers in this one. Let's take a look at the story of the half. Jaguar opened up with a 3, and we thought, well, this is how it usually goes for the Cheshire Phoenix, but Bristol said no. We're going to get out and running, and we're going to slow this game down, and we're going to take every possession at a time.
And what they've really done very well, Bristol, is be physical with Phoenix, really match their energy, especially like Brad Green being a brick wall round the rim, taking the bumps. Hasn't been easy on their offensive end, and really just kind of struggling, and then kind of maybe getting frustrated with the referees not getting calls, moaning a little bit. You can't do that. You just got to, you know, move on, adjust. But great job from Bristol, but, you know, a half isn't good enough. You need to play another half of great basketball to get this dub.
3 Bristol Flyers players in double digits. 11 points for Keedy Johnson, 10 points for Bradley, 10 points for Brad Green as well. He's 4 rebounds off his usual double-double. Cheshire Phoenix hanging around. At this moment in time, they are 4 for 17 from behind the arc, and will need to pick that up if they're to run out to their usual points performance.
Yeah, I think the second half is going to be an important start for Phoenix, especially at home. But we spoke about it, right? They're second in the league. They've clinched that in the playoffs. Have they kind of underestimated? They just beat them on the 23rd of March. I think, slept on them and not respected them. And any team in this league can come to your house and you know, put the beat you up, pretty much. Punch you up is what I wanted to say, so I'm going to say it. Yeah. So they need to react here and come out, and Coach Ben Thomas will definitely have them ready.
Well, there's lots of action in the league this weekend, and earlier on we had the Leicester Riders taking on the Newcastle Eagles. You get a chance to watch that, but before that, we're going to see Bristol's performance against the Plymouth City Patriots just yesterday.
Stolen away though, and an easy run back, simple as you like, defense to offense for Bristol.
Mismatch here for Atwood, see if he can take advantage.
Well, it's another nice pass, isn't it? Levi on the end of it. Gravity working against him there. Here's Ollison for 3. Got it! Nice pass, and Levi with the finish. Well, he had a second to drill. Oh! From 3/4 court, Keedy Johnson. What a way to finish the 3rd quarter. I was just about to say he had a second for a dribble there, but what did he need? He didn't need it, just threw it.
Is that the spark that the Bristol Flyers needed?
Smith. Johnson slightly closer 3. Same result though. And 6 points in about 15 seconds for Keedy Johnson. Bradley to tie it. Got it!
And the Bristol Flyers, just like that, are rolling.
Here's Smith. He's going to try his luck from 3, and everybody is hitting.
The floodgates have officially opened at the Wise Arena.
Smith fakes it. Oh my goodness! Good follow from Lucas.
What a block from Spencer Levi.
Still going. Gets it back to Levi. Beautiful pass and great finish. Jacob, big shot for 3. Got it! Trajan Jacob. He's trying to get rid of the ball. He can't find a teammate. Here's Green. Green heaves one up. Oh, a long 2, but it's good. Lucas across to Jacob. He's going to try again. He's going to hit again. Here's Atwood. Atwood driving hard. Atwood to the rim, lays it in. Jacob gets it away. It doesn't go in. Green with the rebound, and Plymouth are going to beat Bristol here. Well, it was an epic comeback from the Flyers, but they didn't know that the Patriots had a response in their hands, and look what it means to those Patriot fans.
Well, there's an early inside look. Shelton getting it done. Green, don't jump.
Fantastic. He knew the defense was coming. Good
Jordan
defense.
Johnson diving on the ball, getting a better of it. Taj Green, cleared for takeoff, throwing it down on the rim. Teddy Allen going all the way to the right hand for two. Producer was in my saying no score for Teddy yet, and there you go. As Teddy Allen fires it up from way downtown, and that's nothing but net. Jordan Johnson, he's going to find room to attack the bucket, hand it off to Del Pesh, who throws it in for two. Myron Thomas all the way to the bucket.
A great offensive possession. There was so much movement. That was difficult to guard.
Thomas, the pump fake, he's going all the way again, and oh my goodness! Stop in the name of the law. Malcolm Del Pesh denies Myron Thomas. Larry Austin Jr. on the other end.
Whoa, take a breath to hear, because that was an incredible block.
Oh, TJ Lal, he's getting hot. Let's see if Newcastle can close the gap even more. Taj Green slips away, and the bucket is good nonetheless. Johnson knocks down the triple, and Newcastle have the lead. Oh, Idowu gets it back, finger roll, nice give and go.
Yeah, pretty play between those two.
McKenzie throwing it up to Thomas. Alley-oop play all the way. There's a fourth steal and a big block from TJ Lal. This game's got it all. McKenzie pushing forward, off to the races. Idowu laying it in for two in transition. Here is Jordan Johnson. Green pulling up for another triple, and that's 4 for 4. Into the hands of Myron Thomas, he's pushing forward. Jordan Johnson sweeps across, steals it away, all alone. Larry Austin Jr. for the two. He's blocked away, kicks it out. Connor Washington for three, and no good. Rebound for Ricky McGill, and Newcastle Eagles take the victory over the Leicester Riders after a phenomenal second half performance. What a wonderful finish to this game. Welcome back at half-time. A lead for the Bristol Flyers, 31-47 the score as they're on the road against their Cheshire Phoenix. Myself, Ty Hadja, alongside Azania Stewart. Let's take a look at what that's done to the standings. So this is where we are as it stands. Bristol Flyers with victory confirm qualification and also lift themselves up into 7th position. Cheshire Phoenix remaining in 2nd. Well, there's been some great individual performances, starting with Levi Bradley, Azania.
Yes, Bradley has been very... Well, I was going to say, that's not Bradley. There he is.
Yeah.
Little left jumper. And been really good from that little 15-footer. Here he is out in transition as well. Really made his stand in that first quarter.
Versatility, without a doubt, fading away there. The short jumper got the same stat line alongside Brad Green, 10 and 6 they both are. Keedy Johnson, the leading scorer in the game, 11 points personal. He's been playing with a chip on his shoulder.
He has, and he's been going aggressive, taking the hit, talking his talk, and finishing at the rim. Here he also was flying in the air, then stopped on the dime. That's very difficult to do.
Well, we're ready to get the action back underway here at the Cheshire Oaks Arena. Cheshire Phoenix have got a lot of work to do. Will we see the usual Phoenix performance that has graced the British Basketball League this season? Or will they continue to underwhelm us on this Easter Sunday afternoon? A foul is called and 2 shots to come. Cam Holden will head to the free throw line for the Phoenix. How big a miss is Cam Christen for this team today?
Yeah, really big. A bank free throw. Yeah, it's you know, tough. And like I said about seasons, there he is, do-ragged up in his hoodie, but he's got his jersey on. And do we know how long he's going to be out for?
We'll have to get some more information about it. He's been averaging just under 11 points per game, 3.5 rebounds. Also adds to the 3-point threat of the Cheshire Phoenix.
It's good that he's on the bench and cheering on his team. Just as I thought.
Yeah, well, here comes Lucas. Cam Holden playing with his hands behind his back. Bradley going to work, and the foul is called here against Jaguar.
Good job, Bradley. Taking on that one-on-one challenge.
Ollison. Kicked out. 3 ball now for Lucas. Rebound for Maceo Jack. Holden going all the way, just throwing himself at the rim. Flyers, long pass ahead, touchdown for Brad Green to Keedy Johnson.
Lovely pass. Quick outlet, good eyes from Brad Green.
Skylar White, way off. Brad Green almost gets Levi Bradley out and running.
White breaks that play up. Double team here. Can he get it out? It gets stolen.
Oliver twist to Jean Lucas now. Tevin Ollison finishing at the rim for 2. Jaguar, transition 3, no good. Down low, Brad Green. Skipped across Johnson. Ollison winding up a triple, and that's another one. It's good to go. Bristol Flyers are in superb form right now.
And they're passing the ball very well. Just straight line into each other's hands so they can just catch and shoot.
Oh, Holden tries to follow that one up. And a foul is called here eventually. And the foul was called on Brad Green.
Who thought we would be seeing this kind of Big lead by Bristol. There's the bang. And then the perfect ball movement, passing into the pocket so he can get up and into that shot very quickly. Bristol starting this first 2 minutes in the third quarter. 7-0 run, thank you. Stats, you're part of my team too. And make it 7-1, they finally get a bucket. And a 20-point game. I'm in shock.
Yeah, I'm also in shock. As Holden misses that, he remains at a 20-point game. Johnson. Crowd, a little bit of uproar as Jack and Bradley just trying to get away from one another, and Tevin Ollison just weaving his way to the bucket. Oh my goodness, that was sweet, and Brad Green's come up with the rebound. Tevin Ollison is fouled here now. Hard foul from David Ulf, and 2 shots to come for Tevin Ollison, and the referees will discuss whether this is an unsportsmanlike foul, and the referee has just called a pushing foul.
Regular.
2 shots to come.
And frustration.
Tevin Ollison will go to the line.
Yeah, excuse me. Frustration for Phoenix. Can't figure it out. And then Ollison gets the score, and then they stick it to him. Get the turnover, and we spoke about the turnovers in the first half. They had 7, but 13 points came from those turnovers, and yet again, Bristol coming back with a score off that turnover.
Ollison goes 2 for 2 on the free throw line. Not quite sure the stat sheet's right at this moment for Tevin Ollison's points. He's definitely had more than the 2 points that are on there, and he hit that triple as well. Hopefully that will get updated soon. Here is Holden. Back to basket. Holden, right hand, and seems to be the only player really getting to the heart of the defense. Here he is putting pressure on Lucas as well. Brad Green sets the screen, the skip pass across to Johnson. Tevin Ollison's waiting for another triple. No good. Jack pushing it forward. Tevin Ollison picks that one up. Now needs to keep it in play. Doesn't do so in favor of his team. And Aaron Rye just runs straight in to Brad Green. And it's a possession arrow call as both players had their hands on the ball, and Bristol Flyers will get it back.
Look at this. I talked about just turned it back over. But the brick wall of Brad Green. And, you know, Rye's a strong boy too. It just bounces right off of him.
Lucas. Down low to Green. One-on-one with David Ulf. Straight onto that hook shot. Stevens trying to push the tempo, trying to push the pace, and that's a double dribble violation. Stevens wants a blocking foul. Keely Johnson. Pulling up mid-range. That's good to go.
He's been money from that, isn't it? Stopping on the dime, 15-footer. They haven't able to figure out how to stop, and then they change into a 2-3 zone here, changing up the defense on Phoenix, and it works.
And there's a turnover, backcourt violation, Flyers ball.
I love that decision by Coach Kapoulis. Put a zone in, pack the paint, but then play man-to-man. You change it up, making it difficult for Phoenix to get a rhythm back on offense. There's still a long time to go in this game, and we know very well Phoenix can shoot the 3. We have a...
Oh, and a sportsmanlike foul is called here. Cam Holden called for this unsportsmanlike foul. Let's see if we can get a little replay of that. And Ollison gesturing that he may have used his elbow, but not what the Phoenix need. Jack Hudson's going to check into the game. Holden will go to the bench, as that will be
Let's have a look
his
here.
second personal. Let's have a look. And Holden in between Green and Lucas just throws the elbow out there.
Yeah, chicken wing to the neck. It's a you know, a tough hit. I think especially that it's not a live ball and it's obviously on purpose. It's a dangerous throw to the face. They're going to call it. Especially an elbow.
Didn't like being in a Flyers sandwich. A rock and a hard place.
There you go.
Lucas, ball inside. That's easy buckets there for Bristol Flyers. Tevin Ollison starting to put the points on the board. He only had 2 in the first half. Hudson. Rideau. Hudson to beat the buzzer. Foul is called.
On the floor.
Foul called on the floor.
There he is.
Sideline possession.
Started with 2 points, like you said, and just gone off for those last 6. Drive into the basket, getting easy layups, and then now also that steal.
Flyers 3 points away from a 30-piece. Foul called on the floor. Keedy Johnson.
Got to be careful.
20 points personal in this one. 2 personal fouls in quick succession. Rideau has to find something here. He finds Ulf. Ulf doesn't get the finish. Lucas. Green, he's going to line up a triple. I could see it in his eyes, and unfortunate that it doesn't fall for him. Rideau. Offensive foul. And that is no good because that's his 4th personal foul, and he's going to have to go to the bench. We're going to take a quick break. 4:39 remaining in the third. Make sure you join us after this. Cheshire Phoenix in all kind of problems. That man there's got 4 personal fouls as well.
It's just been a real meltdown from Cheshire Phoenix. You know, especially Bristol, they lose just yesterday, and then they've come in here on a mission on the road where they could have easily kind of packed it up, and they've come in strong.
Just wanting possession more, really, Azania.
Out of bounds. Yeah.
As the fight for that ball there picked up by Lucas, although they didn't complete the play. Loose balls. Bristol Flyers are the team that are first to them in this game. Hudson. Head down, hands it off to David Olf. Way off on that lay-in. Lucas setting up the offense. Ollison pops out. Green sets the screen. Lines up the two, Ollison. Rye rebounds. Cheshire Phoenix stop the bleeding a little with a Maceo Jack 2-pointer.
Yeah, and there is the percentage. 13 from 42, 30%. Really difficult, very not like Phoenix. Gets tapped out of bounds and they'll keep it. And I just think this is a bit of complacency to here. I don't think they came in focus, and I think it's a learning lesson if you're going to play. For me, I remember, you know, I played USA and you get really hyped up and you bring your best, and then I played a team that's low in the steal.
The steal is for Jack Hudson, who lays it in for two. Now, if Cheshire Phoenix pull this back,
it's still a long time.
Oh, there is still a long time.
23 points, but like I said, they can shoot very quickly and in bundles. So, but Skylar White's on the bench, so it'll be interesting.
Foul called.
Sorry, let me finish what I was saying. I was talking about playing Albania, who was like, you know, 50th in the world or something crazy. And you have to prepare the same way if you're going to play the number one. Here's the steal and the layup, easy money. Or if you're playing a bottom team, and I think this is a prime example that Phoenix have kind of underestimated, maybe disrespect Bristol. They only played them on the 23rd and smacked them by 23 points. So I think a lot can be learnt in this, but also it's not over. We've got 30 minutes of ball. You've got to play all 40 minutes. It's the fact of right now his body language is, you know, not very good, and they haven't played a good 3/4 of basketball. It's still okay though.
Aaron Rye squeezing around the defense for two. Here come the Cheshire Phoenix now, mounting little comeback here.
There's also a stress, right? Once Phoenix starts getting a few buckets.
That's it. Here's Bradley. Fading away, mid-range, and a rebound for Rye. Pushing forward. It's the ball spilled here. Lucas does well. Bradley almost loses it. Somehow it's ended up back in his hand, and he's going to go to the free throw line with a little bit of fortune. Well, the action doesn't stop here. Easter Monday, the Manchester Giants take on the B Brawn Sheffield Sharks at 6 o'clock, live on the British Basketball League YouTube channel. And then, of course, you guessed it, more live Sky Sports action next Thursday. The Leicester Riders taking on the Bristol Flyers. I believe I'm in the presenting studio for that one. It should be good.
I think you are. Mrs. Jeanette Quatchy is on holiday. So you're going to step up to the plate. I'll be on comms.
Yeah, teamwork. She's just substituting.
Listen, she's a hard-working woman.
Yeah.
Mr. Quatchy. She's been working hard early mornings, so well-deserved break and 1-2 punch. Here you go. It's a team
Bradley
game.
2 for 2. I could do with a holiday, not gonna lie.
Well,
we got the season to deal with first.
yes. Book my holiday for May. You got one coming up? A holiday in May? After the season?
No, I ain't got one booked.
Ah.
Self-employed life for Zany. I
Ah.
can't stop working. Don't get sick pay. It is a 3 now for EJ Stevens. Oh, way off. And Flyers will get that back.
Well, I am a firm believer that you should still, you know, work hard and rest harder, or play harder, shall we say. Just make sure you look after yourself. That's all I'm here to say.
I hear you. Thank you for looking after my welfare.
Yeah, and your
Z.
mental health.
I'm glad someone is. Hudson pushing forward. Skipped across. Maceo Jack. Stevens.
Mismatch here. Triple.
Stevens, step back. That's a 3, no good. Rebounded Thomas Edwards.
Oh from 8. Second chance points. Here's a steal. Kick ball. Shot clock will be reset to 14.
Flat is the word I'm looking for right now.
Flat. Only thing I like is a flat white. I don't like a flat team. So is what I'm going to need. They need a coffee boost because this isn't very, you know, Cheshire-like.
Samuels going strong and one. Corey Samuels, the young British guard, finishing at the rim.
Oh, when it rains, it pours. All smiles for Bristol. You can see they're just having fun with it. Good hesitation, good drive, left-hand finish, perfection. I love it when you drive with your left hand, you shoot with the left hand, you get the bucket. And one to the line.
And he completes the 3-point play there. Bristol hit the 70 mark with under a minute to go in the third. Rye just floats it over the defender. Samuels. Aaron Rye and Jack Hudson trying the double team. Trajan Jacob trying to find the open man. Samuels is up top and Stevens was watching him, but the ball just runs away from him and into the changing room. And referee's gonna just check in with the table officials here. Coach Kapoulis calling out the instructions.
Yeah, Kapoulis is definitely the sixth man on this team. He's constantly coaching. Got what they wanted. Bad pass by Thomas Edwards.
Well, it's no good for Hudson. Live by the 3, die by the 3. Famous saying in basketball.
Here we go, last possession.
Johnson on the money, 22 points for that man right there, beating the buzzer, and the Bristol Flyers, they are flying. Well, the fourth quarter is coming up right after this break. Keedy Johnson up to 22 points on the board, inflicting the pain on the Cheshire Phoenix, who are headed for their second loss since January. Last time they lost was against the Riders on the 1st of March. Snapped that unbeaten run.
Well, they're just struggling. Nobody in double digits. No offensive flow. Bristol have come in here and dominated. Still 10 minutes, so they can't afford us to travel. Kept the pivot, excuse me, foot.
Now here is Lucas trying to find the next option. Jacob. Nice hands from EJ Stevens.
Good
Keeps
job.
the play alive. Cheshire Phoenix now. Behind the back. Beautiful move from Hudson, throwing it up.
What in the well?
And now Trajan Jacob going down the other end and laying it in for 2 points.
Terrible execution there. Make the easy pass or an easy layup, but then Bristol comes right back down.
Aaron Wright to the right hand for 2. He's going to get his points up nonetheless, and he's the first player in double digits for the Cheshire Phoenix in this game so far. Cheshire Phoenix have scored only 13 points in the second and 13 points in the third quarter. Foul is called on the floor here.
There he is, 11 points. Doing it all around the rim, but just not enough. It's a big hole they've dug themselves in. They got themselves in their feelings and their emotions, and then it just became really heavy.
Oh, a bad day at the office so far. Still time to make the big sale at the end of this one, as Cheshire are in possession here. Leslie Smith just catches the arm of Aaron Rye, and that's definitely not a shooting foul.
Saying the passing, good job, referee all over it. And Smith done a really good job for most of that defensive possession, but then just slapped down. Timeout's gonna be called.
Well, let's find out what Coach Ben Thomas is thinking about here. I mean, in this situation, Azania, it's never easy being in this situation. You know, you get a timeout, you've got a chance to get back in this game. You've really got to outscore your opponent. What are you going to be doing, especially if you look at Bristol's performance today?
Well, it's been, you know, really difficult. I think it's all been Bristol. So what do you need to do? You need to do one possession at a time. I think they need to get stops. They can't afford to trade baskets, the defensive end. But also, I think a learning lesson. But I do think the mental game of Cheshire has been very, very weak. People, you know, arguing back with the referees. There's been foul trouble. They've just been out of their normal sync and rhythm. So that's why I think they've struggled. Where Bristol have just been feeling good, playing good, and it's just piled on.
And as I mentioned earlier on, this would be the first time since March 1st that Cheshire have lost, and the second time in the year 2024. But don't forget, the reason we're doing all of this, because the road to the O2 is well underway. The 19th of May, purchase your tickets now. I'll be there. I'm sure Azania will be there.
I'll be there.
And it'll be, hopefully, a sold-out crowd once again for the final. One
love it.
and done. Who will take the crown this year?
I love O2, playing at the O2. Finished my career there, such a fun place.
Stevens catch and shoot in the corner. Rebound for Lucas. Trying to find room here. Skylar White almost gets his hand to it. Smith has to get the shot off to beat the buzzer. Off the backboard and in. Well, Brad Green had one earlier on. Internet banking from Leslie Smith.
And sometimes when it's just your day.
Skylar White, sidestep triple, no good. Lucas pushing forward now. He's got option, and a block by Skylar White, who says, come on now, share the ball.
Here it is. Here's the good timing of the block. And they'll get the ball back, though, out of bounds. And then Leslie Smith with the bank. Oh, lovely shot. Beautiful fake. Got right up in the air. Sorry, I'm doing your job. Go on.
No, that's it. I'm quite happy for you to talk, Gazania. No problem with me. Lucas misses that one as Hudson fires up a 3. 5th three-pointer of the game for the Cheshire Phoenix. Johnson, separation, mid-range. It's
Money.
available for them.
Money.
Money.
Money in the bank. Incredible.
Touch pass. Stevens again. Off. Holden. Skylar White. Can he get it going?
Needed.
Yes, he can.
Needed.
Well, the Flyers' biggest lead in this game was 32 points. Now 28 is the difference now. Still a long way to go. Stolen away though. You chip away, you keep on chipping, and Aaron Rye throws down a gem to hopefully give his team some momentum, some energy, lift the crowd a little.
Yeah, he's the only person. And there's a blocking foul. It was probably one of the nicest things that Phoenix can celebrate. Here it is. Couple different angles.
And some substitutions checking in, a wealth of substitutions.
Gosh, look at that turnovers. 17. 17, that's huge, you know, when you look at that stat sheet. And Bristol able to capitalize off those turnovers, 17 points.
Oh, and a flop warning given here. And a technical given to head coach Ben Thomas. As this continues to go from bad to worse for the Cheshire Phoenix. Allison makes the technical free throw with ease.
Here it is, talking about a flop. And so referee told him to get up. And then coach Ben Thomas had a few wise words with the referee and called the technical.
Referees are just discussing what the next step is here.
You can be angry and boo or whatever, but at the end of the day, we're last 6 minutes. Well, let's talk about the other 3 quarters that you've played terribly about. You can't be mad at this point in the game.
Hudson. Skylar White. Brad Green. No matchup inside for Brad Green in the Cheshire Phoenix roster. Lucas. Want a piece of that. And a shot clock violation. Cheshire Phoenix ball.
Finally, a defensive stop that they needed. They worked hard for that. 24 seconds of defense.
Rye to the bucket.
Foul.
2 shots to come. Foul call.
Sorry. What?
Well, you can be surprised. There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't.
Just tell us why you're surprised.
Yeah, I felt like he was strong. His hands are up. Let me have a look. I get the luxury of looking at the shot a second time. As a big fellow post player, I'm going to be upset for Brad Green in that one. The referees have done a fantastic job this game, but that one I'm not really too sure about. But maybe I'm a post biased.
I think I'd have to agree with you there. Brad Green stood strong. Maybe he was leaning 1 degree forward.
Somebody better call that screen.
But a little bit of a harsh call. Lucas, he spilt it here, out and running again, but Tevin Ollison almost outruns them. Cam Holden rises up, throws it down for 2 and chipping away. One at a time. Keedy Johnson goes all the way, and this time foul call on the opposite side. Jack Hudson not allowing him to get the easy 2, has to earn it from the free throw line.
And just a different, if you can just see this, they all huddle, but we'll talk about it after the timeout.
Yeah, it is time for a break. There's 4:49 remaining, and Cheshire Phoenix slowly chipping away at this lead. Back to the action, Keedy Johnson looking to add to his tally on the free throw line.
He's played fantastic. He's given a good run for a player of the game, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, well, let us know your thoughts about the player of the game.
Yeah,
At this moment, it's likely going to be from the Bristol Flyers. Let us know in the comments below, live on the British Basketball League YouTube channel, live on TikTok, live on Twitch.
I'm going to go slide in the comments on YouTube. Let's have a look.
Holden. Off balance. Johnson all the way. No basket. Offensive foul called. Let's have a look here. I think he just shrugs off E.J. Stevens there, Johnson with his left arm. But he gives Cheshire Phoenix once again a chance to chip away. Aaron Rye. Skylar White, nice pass there to Hudson. Cannot finish that layup. Ollison. Now Lucas. Ollison's shot rolls in and out. Cheshire going to get back in this. They need to make shots and make them now, and that's not how you're going to do it. Rye inside finishes for 2.
Well done, Rye.
They've cut this to a 23-point game now. And if you're thinking, Tahi, that's a lot, it's because they were down by 32, and a slip from Ollison. Holden, Rye for 3.
Yeah.
And he bags it. Aaron Rye knocks down the triple. 20-point game. Timeout call by Kapoulis. Yes, 20 points is a big margin, but Cheshire Phoenix have rhythm now, and 3 minutes 56 on the clock. If they continue to play that, they can get back into it, Azania.
Yes, that's the slip, and especially how quick they can score Phoenix. They're down 20, But if we can get Skylar White getting hot, Rye's been consistent, just chip away. Under 4 minutes is still a long time, but what they've got to do is get stops and quick scores, because 20 is a lot.
Well, the next 4 fixtures for the Bristol Flyers. They're on the road to Leicester, at home against Surrey.
There you go, do this.
Just calling
Go on.
for a little bit of calm.
In the storm.
And looking to also get some simple actions, the thumb down action
Yep.
for the Bristol Flyers.
And also talked about the press break, how they're going to break it, because now obviously the momentum's with Phoenix, so they're going to put on a little bit of a full court press to try and speed them up and turn them over.
This is all they need, a little bit of motivation. Holden.
Yeah, but do you need this in the fourth? It's really from the first.
Yeah, of course.
The
But
energy
now's
was-
their chance.
yeah.
If they're going to have any chance, it's now.
Obviously, sorry. Captain Obvious, Zania.
Smith. Johnson. Downhill, it's spilled, but Bristol keep it. 3 seconds on the shot clock, though.
Where do you go here? 3 seconds. That's a lot of time you can catch and shoot.
Johnson, he's got to get it off. He does get it off. And it's a Cheshire Phoenix ball.
Good fight between those two.
Well, here comes Hudson ready to inbound. Let's see what Cheshire can pull out the hat on this play. Skylar White gets a look at the 3, and it goes in for Skylar White. Oh, Azania.
Ooh, but that's silly. And then a steal here of Leslie Smith being so far off of White. That's all he wants to do. It's at the top of the scouting list. He shoots the 3s. Don't get sucked in. Stay on him like glue. And the full court press again by Cheshire.
Well, here's the pressure. The full court pressure. Tevin Ollison almost trapped there in the corner. The ball takes a deflection. Keedy Johnson. They don't need to foul Cheshire. Here is Ollison calling for the head tap, which usually means a ball screen's coming. But Smith gets out the way, and Cheshire caught sleeping. Cam Holden taking a nap.
Good job. And out of bounds. That was a good job by Bristol in the press, handling the pressure.
That will be disheartening. Their conquest to come behind from 32. Here's Ollison. The crossover from Ollison. 3 ball. Looked like it. Keedy Johnson still goes all the way to the bucket. The pump and the finish.
Okay, Keedy, why not?
Rye pulls up for another triple, and it's good from Aaron Rye. They keep on knocking on the door, the Cheshire Phoenix, but they got to get stops. They cannot allow Bristol Flyers to get looks here and commit silly fouls. Ralph Thomas Edwards underneath the bucket, and there's the foul on the floor. Tevin Ollison wanted the foul earlier.
Here goes Rye's 3. I just think Smith, he's obviously backing off of him, ready for him to drive, but just giving him a little bit too much space.
Aaron Rye has 23 and 11 in this game. 3 steals, 2 blocks. Early Phoenix player that seems to have played to their usual standards. EJ Stevens, catch and shoot. get enough on it. And with 1:40 on the clock, doesn't seem like they'll have enough opportunity
They
now.
gotta get it over. They don't.
That's an 8-second violation. You have 8 seconds to get the ball over the half, and Dejan Lucas ran out of time.
Kapoulis.
And a timeout call now by Coach Ben Thomas. Well, as I've mentioned, they've only played twice so far this season, so they've been looking at their head-to-head. Well, I know for no particular reason, but just other than to have the head-to-head against the Bristol Flyers for pride more than anything.
I really hope that Bristol can build from this. Do you know what I mean? If they will jump up to 7th, which is great. You don't want to be in that 8th position and have to play London Lions in the playoffs, so that's a plus. But they can't let games like yesterday, Plymouth, to a team that's at the bottom of the league. But either way, you've got to come to play. And I thought they were fantastic for 40 minutes here. Well, we've still got a minute and 36, but I really think they haven't let their foot off the throttle. And really done a really good job frustrating Cheshire Phoenix. Double-double, Aaron Rye, 23 points, 12 rebounds. Only I would say the bright spark of today's game for Cheshire.
Without a doubt, Maceo Jack pretty much non-existent. He had 4.7 rebounds. Quincy Rideau in foul trouble has only played 16 minutes of action. He had 7 points, 2 boards. Skylar White had 11, 3 for 9 from downtown. Cam Holden's had 9, Stevens 7, and Jack Hudson with 5. Skylar White jacking up another. EJ Stevens finishing up on the offensive glass. Trapping here now on the full court pressure. And they get the ball over way too easy, and it bounces off Raf Thomas-Edwards, and Cheshire will get it back, and Skylar White, little bang to his knee. At least he's not hurt too much. He's back up onto his feet, shakes that one off.
Come on.
He actually went to knee Raf Thomas-Edwards there.
You know
UFC.
What that was is shooting before you've caught the ball for Raf Edwards.
Stevens, Hudson, catch, shoot, triple, no good. Rebound Smith. Foul call by Skylar White. And that will be 2 shots now for Leslie Smith. He'll go to the free throw line as Cheshire have taken their tally to 71. They've won this, or they're winning this 4th quarter 27-15 overall. It's the only quarter that they've won in this game. Smith misses both. Holden wants to get out and run in. White. Offensive foul is called against Jack Hudson for the illegal screen. The Flyers will get it back. He does not agree with that, Hudson. Ollison. Triple teamed is Ollison. Raf Thomas-Edwards, the bounce pass inside to Jean Lucas. Ollison. Kick to the corner, Raf Thomas-Edwards, the captain. Holden. Rye. Another triple for Aaron Rye. Too little, too late though, really. However, they are going to make this scoreline respectable, Cheshire, but it does not tell the story of the game.
At all. At all. It was nearly over a 30-point.
32 points was the biggest lead of the game.
You're right. Yep.
Johnson on the line.
32 points. And I'm going to use this 30 seconds just to give this guy a shout out and a highlight. I know we're supposed to do it at the end of the game, but I just feel like he was incredible today. Keely Johnson, he's adding to his stat line. He can make this. No.
Oh, curse of the
Gosh,
commentator.
I wanted him to score 30. I'm sorry,
right.
Keely Johnson.
Skylar White for 3. No good. Tipped away. Hudson to Holden. No good. Smith with the boards, and under 20 seconds remain in this one. Tevin Ollison wants to get it over. Cheshire want to still play defense. That goes out of bounds, and it stays with the Bristol Flyers on the baseline. Oh, and a little pushing action here, and sportsmanlike foul called. I think it started with Tevin Ollison there. Skylar White just pushed him back. And they're still getting into it now. Boiling over.
Yeah, of frustration. And Skylar White's going to have to walk that one off. And for me, trash talking, rubbish talking, whatever you want to call it, when you've been bussing somebody up for 32 points, I just feel like you just settle down, Phoenix. Just be quiet. You got your tails handed to you at home.
Ah, and then all smiles now all of a sudden.
And there you go. Boys will be boys.
And Ben Thomas still want to talk it over. And Skylar White goes to the bench, and the Cheshire Phoenix fans will clap up Skylar White.
All right, we'll go down the other end and shoot the technical free throws.
Well, a chance to take it into a 12-point difference. There's one, and this is 27 points, 13 rebounds for Aaron Rye. So now Ollison will shoot 2 for the unsportsmanlike foul. Bristol will get the ball back. And that basket won't count. Stepped over the line.
Gosh. Refereeing are going to do their job till the very end.
Rules is the rules.
The rules is the rules, so make sure you shoot your free throw.
Sideline ball here for the Bristol Flyers. Ollison is head to the bench. He finishes up with 10 points, 3 assists. Tevin.
Here we go. We need to get the ball in. Play the last possession. A little double team.
Pressure's applied here. Ralph Thomas Edwards. He doesn't really want to shoot it, but Cheshire don't want to let him have an easy look at the bucket nonetheless. And there you have it. The Bristol Flyers finally break their duck and get another win on the board and have qualified for the playoffs. They climb into 7th position in the standings over the Surrey Scorchers, and there's a relieved Andreas Kapoulas. Knew he had a tough task coming up against the Cheshire Phoenix, but they were lackluster today. The final score 75-89, and as you've alluded to, your player of the game is Zania.
Keely Johnson, there he is, 29 points. He went 11 from 16 from the floor. He was wonderful, was locked in, was loaded, hit his mid-range jumpers on the dime, also had 3 rebounds. And here's a little highlight reel. Thank you very much. Look at this. That's what was so impressive, to get into that jump shot, stop on the dime, also took the hits from White, talked his talk, was fantastic, really led this team to the win.
A lot of work on the right-hand side of the floor for Keely Johnson. He uses that right-hand drive to find room, and here now going up on the left mid-range, side step into the left again. Got the job done, the Bristol Flyers. There'll be plenty of happy fans over in Bristol They can now not worry about falling dangerously close to slipping away from qualification. And they get it done. Let's take a look at the full-time stats.
Here it is. I think the 17 turnovers was massive for Cheshire. Also struggled at the three-point line where they love to live. You know, total rebounds pretty even. But for me, wonderful job. I felt like Bristol, well, there it is, 60% from the two and 75%. They got to the free throw line 24 times, and that just shows their aggressiveness to the rim, put pressure on the referees. It was all about the Bristol Flyers from, you know, the tip until the end.
Well, let's take a look at the results and fixtures. There's only one more game left. Tomorrow, Easter Monday special, Manchester Giants taking on the Sheffield Sharks. And if you've noticed there, every single away team has won their fixtures this weekend. So if you were a betting individual, you might want to put your money on the Sheffield Sharks, or could Manchester Giants be the anomaly taking the victory at home? Find out tomorrow live on the British Basketball League YouTube channel at 6 o'clock. Well, there are the standings. Bristol have qualified. We have our 8 teams heading into the playoff championship. And now they jump into 7th position. The fight now between Surrey, Bristol, and potentially the Sheffield Sharks as to who will finish 8th and face the #1 seed, the London Lions. Well, we'll be finding out over the next couple of weeks. Well, Azania,
Yes.
you know, at times it was a difficult game to watch if you're a Cheshire Phoenix fan, but if you're a Bristol Flyers fan, you'll be relieved.
Relieved and loved it. I thought it was a great performance. 32-point lead, obviously kind of whittled away at the end there, but a great team performance. I thought they were fantastic. I think they need to build on this momentum, especially now that they've got the confidence of a qualified playoff spot. That should build confidence. I'm happy for them.
Well, don't forget, more action tomorrow live at 6 o'clock on the British Basketball League YouTube channel. Don't miss it. But for now, we'll see you next time.
Happy Easter.